I'm going to attend NFA 2025.
Yes, you heard that right. For the very first time in my life, I traveled to the United States to attend the 53rd National Flute Association Convention together with Woodify. As some of you may already know, I'm the social media manager at Woodify, and this trip was part of a special collaboration between Woodify and the Flute Center. So what is the National Flute Association Convention? It's the biggest flute event of the year where players, teachers and makers come together to perform, learn and connect. For 4 days, it's all about music and inspiration.
Well, hi and welcome back. Today is Tuesday, 7:15. Let me officially say to you that this is my very first time in the US because I'm going to attend NFA for the very first time in my life. It starts tomorrow. I came here officially with Woodify as a content creator, as an influencer, however you want to call it. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I've always dreamed about to go to the US and to try here things out, but mostly New York City. So I did not plan to come yet, if I really want to be honest, but this is how life works. Sometimes you get the chance and you should use that out a lot. And this is what I do now. I had a pretty good flight actually. It was 10 hours long from Munich to Atlanta. I did not need it to change, thank God. So it was okay, and I also don't live far from Munich. It was like a half an hour drive from my home, so it was okay. But it's still, you know, like 10 hours is a lot. And after this flight things, I still needed to do the immigration stuff on the border. At the airport, I was so afraid of that. That I don't know, they're gonna find some bullshit on me and they're gonna say, no, you're a spy, you need to go home. There was literally nothing. In Munich, it was more weird than here in Atlanta. In Munich, they asked like, okay, where do you stay? How big is the flat? And so on. What do you teach? How do you teach? Who is your favorite composer? And things like that. And here on the airport, nothing. They were like, okay, why do you came? How long you stay? With whom? Okay, fingerprint. That's all. Nothing else. So it was actually pretty chill. It's currently 7:30, almost 7:30. In Germany it will be now midnight actually. I'm a little bit tired, but I still want to wait for Alessandro. He comes around 9 or 10 something. So I'm trying to stay awake for like 2 hours more. I anyway go always pretty late, too bad, so it's fine for me. But I woke up today at 3:30 actually, and I was barely sleeping anything, so I'm tired, but it's fine because then I will not have this big jet lag. About the NFA stuff and things, I'm going to talk tomorrow because now I don't care so much. I go now out, I will get something to eat. That's all. Yeah. See you later.
Going out to find food didn't really work out. I was freezing inside because I couldn't get used to the air conditioning, and on the top of that I was tired and hungry. So instead I decided to stay in and spend some time organizing my scripts and planning what I wanted to do on the first day. I can tell you right away, everything felt so different. The buildings, the cars, even the people in the shops. Everyone was so nice and I'm not really used to that.
Hi and good morning. It's 9:30 a.m. right now. I'm waiting for Alessandro. He got now our badges for the festival, and today is actually not such a big program day, but there are already some things to do. I don't know yet exactly what, because as I checked the program it says only mostly registration, but I would also like to actually listen a little bit from the competition, because I saw that there is one competition. Obviously first is Woodify and the content creation, but if we will have more time then I would like to listen to that. Otherwise it's very cold here and they cannot turn off the air conditioner, which is very annoying, to be honest. This is what I've done so that I don't get sick. Time changing zone for me, it's perfect here because I went to sleep around midnight. Midnight was actually 6 o'clock in the morning in Germany. And I woke up at 9, so it's perfect. But I will probably struggle a lot in Germany when I get back, but whatever, it's fine. I'm waiting now for Alessandro and then let's see what we do.
I went out to grab breakfast, and since I cannot start a day without coffee, that was my first goal. Then I found a bagel shop. Finally, it was time to try things I always see on TikTok.
So sing your heart out. We can't hear you. Scream. To speak to a writer support agent.
I cannot believe to drive with this. It was not on my list at all, but I wanted to drive with a taxi and there was no free driver, so they suggested to use Waymo and I was like, perfect.
This was actually the only day we had a little free time, so we tried to make the most of it. We took the subway to Midtown Atlanta, and honestly I was amazed by the buildings. Everything felt so big, modern, and surprisingly clean actually. Later in the evening I went back to the hotel and listened a little bit of the competition. Of course I wasn't allowed to record anything, but I did get to hear one performer and he was really good. What surprised me was how tough the acoustics were in that kind of room, so honestly, double congratulations to everyone who played there. Performing under those conditions is not easy at all. Okay, so all my stuff are packed. I am officially ready for the very first day of the NFA. I'm so excited. It's currently 8:50. I'm gonna get a coffee and something to eat for breakfast, and then after that I'm heading to a hotel like right there. The exhibition starts at 10. We need to do preparation stuff to film, to prepare our table, and I don't know, things like that, which is not going to take a lot of time, but I need good shoots, and that really takes a lot, so yeah, let's go now. When I tell you I felt like a village girl in there, I really mean it. I've been to many festivals before, but nothing compares to this. The convention was huge. Thousands of instruments, accessories, and everything you can imagine. It honestly left me speechless. Together we set everything up and got ready to welcome everyone, and I have to say I absolutely love the Flute Center's merch and their whole marketing style. It's just so cute. During the breaks I tried to create as much as possible content, filming, taking photos, and even editing right away so you could see everything on our socials without missing a thing. Well, yeah, these few seconds shows exactly how it was the whole day. Super loud, but honestly a lot of fun. I spent most of the time explaining to people what Woodify is and helping them find new solutions and colors, which was sometimes a challenge because everyone is so young.
Unfortunately my microphone is probably, the battery's off, whatever, I'm still trying. I wanted to try actually the 5-carat Sankyo Headjoint, which they have. I did not tell you yet actually, but I have this very rare model actually from Sankyo, the 5-carat, and they don't produce it since over 25 years. So it's impossible to find, and I have the body from it, but it's not with the original head joint. I have the head joint from Altus and it's okay, but I feel like it's maybe not the real match. I've been wanting to try out actually because I saw that Flute Center has one head joint and it's not fitting at all into my flute. I'm so sad now that you have no idea. I've been waiting for this moment to try out this head joint since March or April, like really long. That it's not fitting is really something that makes me whatever. I mean, I have a good flute and a good setup, but I really wanted to have the whole setup and the whole 5-carat model, and they said they can only adjust it if I buy, but I mean, if it's not really a good choice, then I don't want to buy it. So yeah, we'll see. Otherwise, we already closed and we are already finishing the whole stuff. Alessandro already left actually. I'm about to visit some concert and this kind of stuff, and then after that we will see what's in the evening. I met with a lot of you and it was very nice. Thanks for coming here, it's always a pleasure. It's very interesting actually. I had zero time today to check any other brands, and it's also pretty hard to actually create content here, like if I would try out new flutes, because there's no room basically to play somewhere.
Yeah, I know I've been speaking about this many times also on my IG, but I am still so sad because of that 5-carat Sankyo had joined. So, good morning. This is already the second day of NFA. I just arrived. It's currently 9:30. I came a little earlier to try out some flutes because yesterday it was impossible. There were so many people and just too many stuff was going on. So I do now a little photos, videos and so on. I also need to pack out my stuff. We will see what I can create because there are already some flute stuff and I'm not really sure actually how it is gonna go. We also go now to DJI to do some content with them because, as you may know, like in Germany they don't have so many instruments actually, especially not the golden ones. So I use now the chance to try a little bit in my flute and also their instruments as well, and then we will see. I'm actually very curious because the one I tried at Flautissimo in Rome was good. It was kind of like a mix from Brennan and Sankyo, at least is what I felt, so that's why I am really looking forward for them. After getting ready, I went to DJI to create a little content for myself. I actually have a short story here. Back in 2024 at Flautissimo in Rome, I tried one of their student flutes and it was amazing. So this time I was really excited to finally try some of their professional flutes.
Hello, this is Hyatt Regency Flute here, guys, with the one and only.
No.
With
DJI
the-
artist. Okay, not need one and only. Who cares me?
No, this is the
Okay.
one and only. Cinci, right?
Cinci.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to say anything. This was actually our first time to meet in person. After this, I had finally time to try some Altus Headjoints. So I'm here at Altus right now and I'm trying out a 14 karat Z-cut head joint. As I told you, I'm not really satisfied with my old cut, and that is an S cut. This one I tried already and it's really good, and I'm going to play now a little bit to show you how it sounds. It sounds very beautiful. Hi.
Hi.
You are with Arista, right?
Arista,
I'm going to go there with her as well, so don't worry.
We'll make sure you get to go.
Yes. I have more detailed videos on my IG and TikTok. Check those out. So it is currently 4 p.m. I am so tired, like this is crazy, and actually from 3 p.m. there's so many people all around that it's basically impossible to do anything. So yeah, I mean it's nice, especially for Woodify, but I mean there are still 1.5 hours. And I have no idea what I'm going to do after that. We'll see. Did some flute reviews. I'm going to post it hopefully also in this video. But it's pretty hard because there are no rooms actually where I can try out the flutes, which is a pity actually. It would be otherwise nice to do some of them. We'll see. There are so many things, oh my god, and so many flute players and so many Peter and the Wolf and Voliere like crazy. Okay, so I tried a bunch of flutes and a bunch of head joints also. That head joint from Altus, the 14 karat one with the Z cut, is really amazing. It's really good. I mean, tomorrow I'm also up to try other flutes as well, other brands. I don't want to do so much because I actually have basically zero time for doing that, but in my breaks I do that, and yeah, it's very interesting actually. Many flutes here are offset and I'm really not used to that. I actually mostly like the inline ones. We will see tomorrow. Now we are leaving, actually the exhibition is finishing today, and tomorrow I'm going to do as much as possible content for DJI as well and for us also. Okay, so this day was really a big chaos. I wasn't able to record more. I went to bed at 8 in the evening. This is already the next day, what you see.
Hi, this is Johnny from Arista Flutes, and Cinci's gonna try a 14 karat Arista L2 cut.
So it feels a little bit like when I really push, it's not really handling together with the head joint. Otherwise, I like the color. It's really this warm, smooth, round sound. I just miss a little bit more this bouncy resonance. Let's play some alto flute. It is also from Arista and it's a silver head joint, right? So. you like to talk a little bit about your brand?
Yes, you have to ask me questions about my brand.
You need to tell what is so special about your head joints.
I finally got what I was looking for, which is a combination of control. You can go up and down, it doesn't break. You know, when you're in the low register, then you go to a second and back. You have to think when you're going there because you don't want to break, especially if you are going fast. No, don't worry about it. Just go up and down, no breaks. I got that, and when I found it finally beautiful, it's there. Speed, fast. You put the air, and the next note is coming up, coming up, coming up. That was great. And then a very strong, nice low register, which we always had, but a strong low register, very full, very nice.
Now, are we doing video? Yes. We're doing video.
And of course, it was a must to create content with Tyri together. So I am here with DJI and we are going to try out some golden flutes from them. The one I have in my hand is a 14 karat head joint. The beautiful one. I actually posted about that a video already. It's engraved, and I'm going to try the same head joint but with their body as well. This body is actually my Sankyo, so I'm going to do some articulations, I'm going to do some legato, and we will see what is the difference with their original setup and with my setup, like only the head joint from DJI and with a Sankyo body. Okay, so it definitely feels very flexible. The reason I want to try actually more 14 karat is because I want to get my sound a little more round and smooth, this kind of French style, and yeah, you need for that more karat. That's the thing. So with these, I actually feel that a lot.
Also, ich würde gerne dir etwas erzählen, aber muss mal schauen, ob du das verstehen kannst.
What the hell? Only hello? Why? Saturday's evening concert lasted almost 3 hours, and by then I was already exhausted. I had been up since 7 in the morning, working a lot and recording the most flute trial videos a day. And later, of course, we hang out together in the bar.
Hi and good morning. This is the very last day of the NFA. Today is not going to be so long as it was yesterday. Yesterday I started already at 8:30 editing and doing some stuff before the actual exhibition actually starts. And I was doing basically everything until 3 or 4. We met with Tyri, as you could see, and with many other people hanging around. It's really cool actually here. And in the evening there was a concert. I could not actually record. I also did not want to record actually. I wanted to listen in. Very interesting actually. I mean, Silvia Caredo I heard already many times, but it was my very first time to listen the flutist from the Berliner Philharmonics, and I liked it actually. Also the Liebermann Concerto No. 2, I even didn't know that there is a new concerto from him actually. I still like the first one more than this one. There was another woman, Giulietta, I need to check her name because I forgot, but it's Giulietta, let me check, Giulietta Carentan, and she was amazing. Also the piece, I really like the piece a lot, but also her style, her dress, everything, how she is actually on the stage is really amazing. I did not enjoy a concert like that since a pretty long time actually. I'll grab my coffee and then it's actually almost 10, so I gotta go down. I am still planning to do some review videos on other flutes, but it's very hard actually because like I'm all the time in that room, and even though I use an external microphone, it's just not enough.
So when I tell you that Woodify had success, we sold all rings. That is literally crazy.
Hi, we're waiting for the gala concert. It's the very last, right?
It's the final.
Yeah.
The last day felt a little more relaxed. I think many people had already left by then, and I was starting to feel a bit tired myself. So I am back in the hotel. I did not listen to the whole gala concert, to be honest. I was way too tired. Now I'm waiting for a friend that we're gonna meet, and then it's actually the last evening, the last day. It was very interesting, definitely, but I'm gonna talk more tomorrow on the airport because like he's way too loud and so on. Anyway, I have so many things to edit, actually, like crazy. I was editing only the short videos, but not the long YouTube vlogs. I am also still very behind with my Cluj part 2 vlog. So yeah, I will have a lot of things to do tomorrow at the airport. I will need to wear a log on the airport because we go together with Alessandro, so we're gonna be there already like before noon, and my airplane is at like 5, so I'm gonna need to wait a lot. But I saw that Wednesday the new season also came out, and there are also many other things, and as I said, I need to work a lot, so I will have more than enough things to do. While I was waiting, I started already working on the things, and again we hang out in the bar like always. It is currently 10:30 p.m. Here I am with Sarah. Hey, and we are about to do some collaborations. We're gonna see how that works because actually we don't have a normal stand. We play this pretty. Actually, the duet we're gonna play I always use on Woodify. Yeah, the typical one. Okay, let's try. Overall, this whole experience was unbelievable. I'm so grateful to Woodify and the Flute Center for giving me the chance to attend with them together. I made great connections, learned so much about instruments and brands, had fun, and most importantly, met amazing new friends. I can't wait to see what the next NFA will bring. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!